We are back at it today on Monday, April the 20th, and we are ready for language. Our not memory verse, our vocabulary word today is immaculate. 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 Say it with me. Immaculate. Definition: perfectly clean. Sentence: after she mopped, the floor was immaculate. Synonym: spotless. Antonym: dirty. So if you're wanting to convey the idea that something is very clean, instead of saying very clean, immaculate is one of those words that you can use instead. This is a really good writing word. It's also a really good word to know when you're reading because a good writer will use other words. They won't say really clean. They'll say the word that's out there that means really clean. So think about right when your mom is finished cleaning all the floors, like this sentence is, they're immaculate. A brand new something that you get might be immaculate because it's brand new. So something that's clean and not messed up in any way would be considered immaculate. A brand new shiny bike, a brand new car would be immaculate. Okay. Now, let's review our helping verb jingle because we're still going to be identifying some of those helping verbs. And again, it's not just the jingles are nice because we can go back and it helps keep in our mind the things that we shouldn't be losing. Okay, so let's do the helping verbs together. See how much of this you can say with me. These 23 helping verbs will be on my test. I gotta remember them so I can do my best. I'll start out with 8 and finish with 15. Just call me the mean, lean verb machine. There are 8 be verbs that are easy as can be. Am, is, are, was, and were. Am, is, are, was, and were. Am, is, are, was, and were. Be, being, and been. All together now, the 8 be verbs. Am, is, are, was, and were. Be, being, and been. Am, is, are, was, and were, be, being, and been. There are 23 helping verbs and I've recited only 8. That leaves 15 more that I must relate. Has, haven't, had, do, does, and did. Has, haven't, had, do, does, and did. Might, must, may. Might, must, may. Knowing these verbs will save my grade. Can and could, should and would. Can and could, should and would. Shall and will. Shall and will. In record time, I did this drill. I'm the mean, lean verb machine still. All right, good. Let's do subject pronouns. There are 7 subject pronouns that are easy as can be. I and we, he and she, it and they and you. Possessive. There are 7 possessive pronouns that are easy as can be. My and our, his and her, its and their and your. All right, now we've done Jingle 13 once before, but this is putting all of the parts of speech together that we have already learned. So let's remind ourselves what all the parts of speech are. Want to know how to write? Use the 8 parts of speech. They're dynamite. Nouns, verbs, and pronouns, they rule. They're called the MVPs, and they're really cool. The double A's are on the move. Adjectives and adverbs help you groove. Next come the picks, and then we're done. The picks are preposition, interjection, and conjunction. All together now, the 8 parts of speech. Abbreviations, please. See if you can do your sign language. NVP, AA, PIC. Do it again. NVP, AA, PIC. Okay, remember what those stand for? So, nouns, verbs, pronouns, adjectives, adverbs, prepositions, interjections, and conjunctions. Okay. All right, now we're going to look at some of these sentences together. We are going to do page 28 and 29 today. I've picked a couple off of 28 and a couple off of 29. 28 is reviewing what we talked about before the break, just identifying those helping verbs. Okay. With me, and I hope some of you can stay a little bit ahead of me. That's wonderful. If you can kind of keep me in the background but make sure you're on track, that's perfect. Okay. The big African lions were creeping slowly toward the giraffes and the zebras. Let me get a different color. Who were creeping slowly toward the giraffes and zebras? Lions, subject, noun. What is being said about the lions? Lions were creeping, verb. Were, helping verb. Were creeping how? Slowly, adverb. Toward, preposition. Toward what? Giraffes and zebras, right? So compound object of the preposition, compound object of the preposition, and conjunction, the article adjective. What kind of lions? African, adjective. What kind of lions? Big, adjective, the article adjective. Subject, noun, verb, pattern 1, check. Toward the giraffes and zebras, prepositional phrase, exclamation mark, strong feeling, exclamatory sentence. Go back to the verb, separate the complete subject from the complete predicate. Is there an adverb exception? No. Is this sentence in natural or inverted order? Natural, no change. Okay, got it? Good. Now, the next one, that was number 2 on page 28. This is number 5 on page 28. Tomorrow, the archaeologists will go to a meeting at a beach resort in the Caribbean, or Caribbean, however you say it. Who will go to a meeting at a beach resort in the Caribbean? Archaeologist, subject, noun. What is being said about the archaeologist? The archaeologist will go, verb, will, helping verb. 2, preposition. To what? Meeting, object of the preposition. A, article adjective. At, preposition. At what? Resort, object of the preposition. What kind of resort? Beach, adjective. A, article adjective. In, preposition. In what? The Caribbean, object of the preposition. The, article adjective. The, article adjective. When will he go? Tomorrow, adverb. Subject, noun, verb, pattern 1, check. To a meeting, prepositional phrase. At a beach, resort, prepositional phrase. In the Caribbean, prepositional phrase. Period, statement, declarative sentence. Go back to the verb, separate the complete subject from the complete predicate. Is there an adverb exception? Now, there is an adverb exception, but I can't move the line. So because this is at the beginning, I'm going to call this inverted. So there is no adverb exception, but is this sentence in natural or inverted order? Inverted. Underline the complete subject once and the complete predicate twice, because that tomorrow, because it's an adverb, it goes with the verb. It can't be part of the subject. So we need it to be underlined twice. Okay? All right, and on that page, you do have one other inverted sentence. Look at your sentences right now, 1 through 5. Which one do you think is inverted? Guess what? I see a question mark. What does that mean? That one is going to be an inverted sentence because the helping verb is at the beginning. Okay, I hope you caught that. Now, these two are from page 29. Now, page 29 is adding in interjections, which we've already talked about. If you'd like a review of interjections, you can get on YouTube and look up Schoolhouse Rock Interjections. That's the one we watched in class when we talked about interjections. Ouch! Oh my! Okay, that one. Wow! Those are interjections, things that have exclamation marks. So, the interjection is just labeled with an I. Okay, even if it's 2 words like this, we're just going to label it with one I because that's an interjection. This page, we're also reviewing the idea of not. What is the word not? It's not a verb because it's not something you can do. It's not an adjective. What is it? It is an adverb because it says how you're going to do something. Well, how am I going to do it? I'm not. So it's an adverb. Always. So this page is also reviewing that idea. Okay, I chose this one because I think the way they have written this part right here is a little tricky, because usually you would put a preposition here. You would say all of the newly hatched chicks, and all would be your subject. But they've written this a little bit differently, all the newly hatched chicks. So here's what I think it should be. Okay, oh my, all the newly hatched chicks scurried through the big mud puddle. Who scurried through the big mud puddle? Now, if there were a preposition here, it would be all. But there's not a preposition. So I think chicks is the subject. What kind of chicks? Hatched. Ooh, this isn't, okay. What kind of chicks? Hatched. Adjective. How hatched? Newly. So newly is actually not talking about chicks, but it's talking about hatched. If you have a word that is talking about an adjective, it is an adverb. Okay? The, article adjective. Which chicks? All. So I'm going to call all an adjective here. Okay? What is being said about the chicks? The chicks scurried, verb. Through, preposition. Through what? The puddle. Object of the preposition. What kind of puddle? Mud, adjective. What kind of puddle? Big, adjective. The, article adjective. Oh my, interjection. Subject, noun, verb, pattern 1, check. Through the big mud puddle, prepositional phrase. Exclamation mark, strong feeling, exclamatory sentence. Go back to the verb, separate the complete subject from the complete predicate. Is there an adverb exception? No. Is the sentence in natural or inverted order? Natural, no change. The interjection does not make it inverted. Okay, last one I'm going to do with you today. And this is number 3 on page 29. I did not feel very well today in school. Who did not feel very well today in school? I, subject, pronoun. What is being said about I? I did feel. Feel, verb, did, helping verb. Did feel how? Not. Not is our adverb. Okay, that's for the not. Okay. Did feel how? Well, adverb. How well? Very, adverb. When? Today, adverb. In, preposition. In what? School, object of the preposition. Subject, noun, verb, pattern 1, check. In school, prepositional phrase. Exclamation mark, strong feeling, exclamatory sentence. Go back to the verb, separate the complete subject from the complete predicate. Do you see what I missed? I didn't label as an interjection. Okay, is this sentence in natural or inverted order? Is there an adverb exception? No, because this adverb is not over here. Is this sentence in natural or inverted order? Natural, no change. Now, I think, all of the ones in your book that use and interjections are exclamatory today, but sometimes this can have an exclamation mark and this can have a period. If that's the case, then this is still a statement. It'll be declarative. You're looking at the end of the sentence to determine what to do. Okay, now, in the comments, I want a good sentence using the word immaculate. Using the word immaculate. Now, don't give me something similar to the example sentence. The example sentence says, after she mopped. Now, this is a pretty good sentence because she tells me why. She doesn't just say the floor was immaculate, and that's not what I expect from you. I want you to tell me something and why it should be that way. So don't just say, this is immaculate, that's immaculate, this was immaculate. That's not a good sentence. Just like they did, tell me why it's immaculate, and give me something that comes to mind in your mind about what is something that would be immaculate. Okay, that's what I'm looking for in the comments.